All right. Next order of business. One of the reasons for being here today is to present awards to those people that took the time, energy, enthusiasm, creativity, and anything else it takes to enter the Peace Essay Contest. Over 70 people, incidentally, entered this contest. But not everybody went all the way through, but over 50 did. And so I hear people like that. Is this a little better? All right, okay. So, of the 70 participants, we picked out 5 top winners that get plaques, and 11 more that get honorable mentions. And those that are not here to receive them, we are going to mail these awards. But we're very happy for the people that did make the effort to come. And don't forget, these came from all over the world, including Nigeria, okay? Where one of the honorable mentions goes. So we are making an impact. It's going to take time, but as David says, we got to change the culture, and we as a small group, we can decide, oh, the job is too big, and it's not going to make much difference what we do, but it does make a difference. And our small group, and the small groups like this all over the country, will change the culture. That's our mission. Okay. So we want to give an honorable mention to one of our own, Earl Valentine Fisher. Is Earl here? Oh, there he is. You have the certificates? I know we have it. There we go.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Frank. What I was trying to do in what I wrote was to have some influence on President Obama to get him to incorporate peace into his rhetoric. He's good at rhetoric, and I felt that if he would become more of a peace advocate in his rhetoric, starting now and continuing beyond his presidency, he might be successful in creating more adherence. Right now, he's got, as I started what I wrote, addressing it to him, damned if you do and damned if you don't. That's the way it's been in his experience. He's been trying to walk a middle road, I think, and I believe he needs to get more on the peace side, and that's what I was trying to suggest. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Earl's comments reminded me that this is a peace essay response contest. Earl, like many others, wrote to the President of the United States, and like most of the others, except for 2, didn't get a response. The 2 that did get a response were obviously canned responses, and not the kind of thing that we're looking for. So that does not and should not discourage us, because we know that there are going to be thousands more, maybe, letters ignored. But maybe the 10,000th letter or the 50,000th will get through. And that's what we're working for. We cannot give up. All right, our next award is the second place award. Oh, okay. Another honorable mention. I forgot. Yes, Casetta Smart. You here? She was here. Oh, there we go. Casetta involved 17 students at the South Chicago Heights School to write an essay and participate in the contest. And we thought that was excellent, and we wanted to give recognition to the person that made it happen. Casetta Smart.
Yes, as a teacher, I think it's really important that we teach peace. And the children at Grant School were so surprised that that war was illegal, that two classes decided to write and into the contest. They might have done it for the $1,000 prize. I'm not sure, but most of them, their hearts were really into it. We have a community peace garden, and so most of the kids that were working on the Peace Garden worked on the essays, and they sent the letters to President Obama, Senator Mark Kirk, Senator Richard Durbin, and Robin Kelly. And Robin Kelly came to our school to talk to them about it.
Wow.
Frank, it's all yours.
Thank you, Casetta. All right, now we'd like to announce the second place award winner, Dana Holland. From Toledo, Ohio? You came all the way from Ohio? Thank you so much, Dana. We appreciate it. To show our appreciation, we have a plaque, we have a certificate, and we have a check.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. I am nobody special, to be honest with you. I don't have a whole lot of letters after my name or lots of work experience in the field yet, but I do know, and I'm strongly convinced, that nothing in this world happens without some sort of imagination, right? I'm sure there was a time when our ancestors couldn't imagine ever going to the moon, to actually landing on that moon and doing anything with it, but some of us imagined it, made it happen. So for me, war, I really do believe it can end. It can end through peace education and probably many other ways and whatnot, but I think it does have to begin with imagination, because if you can't imagine it, how is it going to happen? So I guess that's sort of related to what I wrote about in my essay thing. Hopefully, we can all imagine a more peaceful future together and actually make it happen and not make excuses. Thank you so much.
Here, Thank you.
Thank you so much. No way.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the top prize winner, that's $1,000, goes to Mary Liston Liepold, OFS, PhD. Talk about letters after the name.
First of all, thank you all. I'm delighted to be here. I'm a Midwesterner myself, though we live in the DC area. Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay. Right into it. And can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can hear me. Okay. I'm not used to these things. I really appreciate this award. I appreciate everything that all of you are doing. I loved everything David had to say. The one thing I want to add to it, and this was not the subject of my essay, but David, you said that we see war as normal, as natural, as inevitable. I think we go beyond that and we see war as holy.
We really do. I think we have given war. I think we practice idolatry where war is concerned. So I'm secular Franciscan, and I'm on the regional board of Pax Christi in our DC area. And we have a project underway, which we did with a full-page ad not too long ago in the National Catholic Reporter, to get the Catholic Church to reject the just war doctrine and move on to just peace. I think we should see war as a sacrilege, and I think we should see what we're doing to our earth as desecration of the world that God made. So that'll do for now.
You want me to get a picture?
Oh, you might say,
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I think we finished most of the formal parts of the program. I'd like to just remind everybody that we have a challenge in front of us to keep the movement going. Part of the discussions during the lunch today involved following up on Salman Oliver Levinson's collection at the University of Chicago Library. And I have, David, the names of two other people that will join Dave Karcher and I, and we're going to try to find a day, spend the whole day at the library. We'll ask for all your advice of which particular leads we should emphasize. We'll get as much information, order as many PDFs as we can. I think all of us were inspired today by your talk, David. Learn more and more every time I hear you. And we do have books, and if you'd like, I'll continue to sell the books from the Peace Desk, or you can bring them home, either one. But I think people should read a little about this. Isn't it terrible that what true peace lovers like ourselves consider the most important event of the 20th century is not even known by at least 99% of Americans? Does that make any sense? I mean, that's the transformation in my thinking that happened when I first picked up, and it was Kathy Kelly that gave me the book, When the World Outlawed War. And I saw this tremendous contradiction between the Senate of the United States. I mean, you can argue whether they're good or bad, but that's as powerful a body as you can imagine. And they were urged on by 30,000 letters, mostly handwritten, okay? People said, write to your senators. 30,000 letters doesn't sound much in this day and age with tweets and Twitters and all the rest. But these were handwritten letters, and the senators did something that basically they really didn't want to do. Because they were like, you know, the rich and the powerful, wars are important. But my people are telling me, with these letters, ratify the treaty. And so 85-1, they did. The one, incidentally, happened to be from Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Oh, well, they're close, you know. bears are better than either one.
We're gonna start a war, Dad.
Anyway, but that one thought that the Kellogg Greenland Pact should have had even more oomph in it, and that's why they voted no. So this was a case where people made their leaders listen, and that's what we're about. We have to make leaders listen, and the work doesn't end here. I fully expect there'll be a 4th annual Peace Essay Contest announced next month, and we'll look for help amongst you to spread the word all over the world, but certainly all over the country. Now, to close out our festivities, I'd like Reverend Bill Moshe to lead us in a little prayer and then a little song. Okay?